Happy Tuesday, everybody. Welcome to another, what is sure to be a great episode of Tad Talk. We're on season 2, I believe, episode 11 of day who knows what of quarantine. But we are here with two incredible performers, two people I've had the absolute pleasure of working with. We have the amazing Jose Figueroa Jr. Jose, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I am fantastic. You're in Florida, right?
I am in Florida, and most people would enjoy that, but I don't.
How's the weather down there at the moment?
Hot. Extremely hot.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. How are you doing all right in quarantine?
You know, I am. Quarantine is, it's what you make of it, I guess, and I'm doing great.
Oh, good. Good to hear. And also we have Julian McCleary. Julian, how are you doing, buddy?
I am doing well. Everything is going great.
Awesome. You're in Vegas, yeah?
Yes, I am in the Devil's Butt Crack, Las Vegas. It is really hot.
That is awesome. Did you drive down the strip when it was completely empty? Did you get to see that?
Yes, I've done it like 2 times now. We've driven down like late at night, like around midnight, and it is so creepy. It's like literally a zombie apocalypse movie. The hotels are dark, like only a few of the neon signs are on, and it is something completely different. I kind of want to go down there and take some photos before everything starts to kick back off again, because I feel like this is the last time this will happen in our lifetime. I hope.
Seriously, well, this is time to make a music video on that,
yes.
On that street, on the street.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. But here we are again. It's Tuesday, I think. I have no clue. I've lost track of the day. It's Sunday.
Tuesday.
Yeah. Oh, good. Thank you, Julian. Thank you for confirming. But as usual, please go on Facebook, go on the Tad Management page, share the video, and comment. Because we have these two amazing people on here today, and I'm sure you're going to want to ask them questions. They're eager to answer those questions, so don't hold back. We already have a couple. We have, forgive me if I pronounce this wrong, but Makiko Narumi saying hi, Jose.
Hi, konnichiwa.
Ooh, fans. What is that, fans from Japan?
Yes.
Awesome.
She calls herself my crazy fan.
Yes.
And then Jan Stenning Tundavari said, hey, Julian, looking good.
Hey, thanks, Jan.
And for those of you who missed Friday's Tad Talk, and for those of you who are wondering why I'm hosting today and not my father, who usually hosts, is because he'll have me tell you that he's just kind of passing the torch to me and just giving me a chance to get my feet wet in this whole hosting thing. The reality, he's in Mexico and doesn't have the strongest Wi-Fi signal. So I'm doing it right now. So I think he's watching at the moment. So I'm just going to, just so you guys who have gotten used to watching my dad host this, don't miss him too much and don't wonder where he is all day. I'm just going to change my virtual background right now, which is what this is Tokyo Disney Sea, which is probably my favorite.
I love that place.
Oh, yes. But right now, let's just change it to a little Ariba, shall we?
Terry Davies.
Right.
Look at that picture.
Oh, yes. He's not going to let me live this one down. But so for those of you who've seen Tad Talk, you know that we start with 3 quick-fire questions for our panelists, and today is no different. We're going to ask both of you 3 quick-fire questions, and all you need to do is answer honestly and as quickly as you can, quick-fire. So the first question, I'm going to give it to you first, Julian.
Let's go.
The question is, quarantine is fully lifted. You're given an all-expenses paid vacation to anywhere in the world for 1 month. Where are you going?
Ooh, that is a good question. There's 2 choices. Okay, this is hard. But okay, number 1 choice would be probably Bali, because I've been there a couple times, and only for like a cruise ship day. You know how it is. You're there for like 1 day. You see the best of everything that has to offer, and then you're like, got to get back to the ship. So you miss out on a lot of stuff. That is one place that I, myself and Milo, want to go back to, and to spend a month there, like rent a little hut in like a rice field with no neighbors and nobody close to you. Sounds pretty nice.
So you want to escape quarantine to go to a place where you don't have to be close to people.
Yeah. Dead on the head.
And what's your second choice?
The second choice would be my mother-in-law's house. She lives on a lake in Michigan, and it is absolutely beautiful. It's so amazing. It is like truly a vacation every time we're there. Fishing, just being in the sun, or when it's snowing, being ice skating. You know, we do that sometimes. It's so beautiful out there. It's so nice to be at my mother-in-law's house in Michigan.
Oh, that's great. That's awesome.
Yeah.
How about you, Jose? Quarantine is fully lifted. All expenses paid vacation anywhere in the world. 1 month. Where are you going?
I think I'd have to pick two places too, and mine would be Japan because, well, I'm in love with that place, and then also South Africa. I follow this guy on Instagram, and I guess he works with wildlife or whatever, and he lives in South Africa, and it just, yeah, I kind of want his life.
Oh, that's awesome. All those places sound amazing, but I had the pleasure of visiting Japan a couple of years ago, and I still have dreams about it. I still miss it so much.
It's amazing.
It's so nice there.
Oh, yeah.
It's amazing.
Love it to death. Love it. All right. So second question. I'm actually going to start with you now, Jose.
Oh.
Wait.
All right. So, Jose, what family, real or fictional, other than your own, would you like to be a part of?
That's a tough question. Okay. Well, I grew up, watching like Full House and The Cosby Show and stuff like that. And if I'm honest, because I only have my sister, right? But I've always wanted like a whole bunch of siblings just to see what that would be like. And I think I would probably either do the Brady Bunch or Full House.
Those would be great. Both of those would be great.
Yeah. I mean, come on. All the hugs you can get,
I mean, Brady Bunch wouldn't be too different from what we are right now, just separate boxes.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
All right, what about you, Julian? What family, real or fictional, other than your own, would you like to be a part of?
I feel like this is a pretty easy one for me because I would love to be part of the Rose family from Schitt's Creek. Yeah. Of course. I would love to have Moira as a mother. Who doesn't want daytime's number one Moira Rose being your mother?
And David as your brother?
Exactly. Come on, I would love a gay brother who has all the sass in the world. That family is just amazing. They make my heart so happy.
So sad that it's done now. It's over.
It's so sad. It is so sad. I don't even want to talk about it. Next subject.
All right. And Julian,
yes.
Third question. This is kind of a deeper one here. If you had the entire world's attention for 10 seconds, what would you say?
I would say, I only have 6 seconds left now, so I'm just kidding. No, I would say to be kind, live your life by that motto, be kind. It is a choice to be kind. Anywhere you go, you make the choice to say, I'm going to be nice or I'm going to be mean. And just make the choice to be nice, live your life that way, and you will be such a happier person. Just be kind. That's it.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the world needs to hear that right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree with that wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
And Jose, you have the entire world's attention for 10 seconds. What are you going to say?
That's tough, but I think what I would say, especially with now COVID and you know how people suffer from depression a lot, I think the biggest message that I could give is if you learn to tap into the happiness that's inside of you, you'll be able to see the happiness that's around you.
Yeah.
That's great.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. The world, we need to share this all around so as much of the world can hear both of those messages as possible, because that's really what life is all about right there.
Absolutely.
Love and kindness. All right. So, like I said, these two performers are some of the best in the business. They really are.
Thanks.
And I've had the pleasure of working with both of them with December 63 and on cruises and on land and just all sorts of things. And there's really so much I could say about them, but I'm just going to let them take it away for themselves. I'm going to start with you, Julian. Let us know, how did you start? How did you get to where you are now?
Oh gosh. I've always loved music theater, like since I was a little kid. My brother is 3 years older than me, and he would do like the school productions, and Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat was his first show at the community playhouse. And I went to every single show. I think I was 8 or 9 years old, and I went to every show. And I would even tell my Mom, I'm going to go next door and play out, whatever my friend's name was at the time. I'll be back like in an hour. Mom would be like, okay. And I would just go next door. What I would really do was walk my little butt all the way to the high school by myself and then go stand in front of the theater, which I knew was having a matinee that my brother was performing in. And the director would see me be like, oh, Julian, do you want to come see the show? And I'm like, yeah. And sit there in the front row for every single production of Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. And then because of that, the director was like, I see that you really like this. And I'm like, yeah, obsessed. And and he was like, please, we're doing Sound of Music next year. We'd love you to audition. So that was it. I practiced all year to get ready for the audition, sang Happy Birthday, and I booked it as Kurt, and I was able to perform with my brother in Sound of Music in 1999. And since then, or 1998, and since then, I have not stopped performing. I went to a performing arts high school in Arizona called the New School for the Arts and Academics, which I'm so grateful for. I learned so much stuff there. And then right after that, I went to AMDA, American Musical and Dramatic Academy, that's based in Los Angeles, California. That is where I met my husband, Milo, who is also in December 63 with me. He's like the beautiful one with the perfect hair. You know who he is. And well, we met AMDA and we started dating right away. And right then we were both like, we want to do cruise ships. So the whole time in AMDA, we were like obsessed with the thought of doing cruise ships and Broadway. And we both auditioned for cruise ships when we were graduating. And we were both lucky enough to book a job on Carnival Cruise Lines. And we worked on cruise ships ever since 2009 and, just popping on cruise ships, working in a couple national tours. And we also do productions in Myrtle Beach and in Canada with a production company called Dublin Worldwide Spirit Productions. And they do, large productions with dancers and singers. And I'm just performing and singing is in my blood. It is all I know how to do. And this is the first time ever that I have not had work or not had, that outlet to go to and perform and feel something. So it's definitely been an interesting 2 months, but I'm also very grateful that I've been able to be home, because being a performer, you never have the opportunity to be home that often.
Absolutely. Mm. Who did you play in Sound of Music?
I played Kurt.
Oh,
I wish I could. Yeah, I wish I could find a picture. It's out of control. I have like the boldest bowl cut of all time, like Dumb and Dumber status. And I'm like, but something really cool is that in that show, Lindsay Mendez, who is now a Tony Award-winning Broadway star, was Liesel in that. And it's amazing, like that somebody that I worked with when I was younger, and that I worked with her in multiple shows, and my brother has an amazing relationship, like friendship with her. And like, it's just so cool to see people that I've worked with become Tony Award winners from us being in the Sound of Music, little kids, not knowing anything to the ultimate top. It is so amazing.
That's amazing. That's so cool. And if I may say so myself, I don't think you are too far from that yourself. I mean, your talent is
thank you.
Absolutely incredible. In fact, let us show you a little bit of what Julian can do.
Yeah.
Guess it's true, I'm not good at a one-night stand, but I still need love, 'cause I'm just a man. These nights never seem to go to plan. I don't want you to leave, but you hold my hand. Oh, won't you stay with me? 'Cause you're all I need. This ain't love that's clear to see, but darling, little bit of love that makes everything right. I'm gonna see my baby tonight. All of my love, all of my kissing. You don't know what you've been missing, oh boy. When you're with me, oh boy, the world will see that you were meant for me. All right, take it away. Woo! Maybe I've been here before. I've seen this room and I've walked this floor. I used to live alone before I knew you. And I've seen your flag on the marble arch. Love is not a victory march. It's a cold and it's a broken hallelujah.
Awesome. Julian McCleary, everybody.
All the drama in that reel.
What does your shirt say, by the way, Julian?
It says quarantine ball change. Quarantine ball change. Why not?
Why not? Exactly. We're getting a bunch of comments and questions on this feed here. And one of them that just came in during that video was from my mom, actually, Ann Davies, saying, how are both guys filling their time during quarantine? And actually, Mom, thank you. That's a great segue into this, because Milo and Julian have been doing quite awesome during quarantine. And this is a little example of that right here.
Yeah, look at that. Original Tad Talk mask.
Look at that.
So cool.
How awesome is that? These guys are absolutely talented. Who knew? Just look at that. Look at the kind of stuff they can do. They're making their own quarantine COVID masks, and they are actually really awesome. And we just put that link to their shop in the comment section. Go and check that out. But how did you?
Thank you.
Into that.
So crazy. We were actually flying out for our last December 63 ship with Jose and Kevin. And this was all when, everything started to get kind of real. And we were like, we should get some face masks before we go on the plane. And we're doing 2 ships back to back. Like, let's just protect ourselves as much as we can. So we went to Walmart and CVS, and they were running really low on masks. So then I started thinking, well, we had traveled in Japan and China and a lot of Asia. We've traveled a lot throughout Asia, Milo and I. And we know that in Asia, it's very easy to go buy a fabric face mask. Like, a lot of stores have them. It's a very common thing for people to wear face masks there. So we thought, like, we should just make our own cute face mask. Like, why not? I love to sew. Like, I have my sewing machine. It's fun for me. Like, let's make our own face mask. So I made 2 face masks for us as we traveled. at the end of February, beginning of March, and they just had music notes on them, very basic. But when we were at the airport and on the airplane, like all the flight attendants were like, "Oh, those are so cute. Where'd you get those?" And so many people kept telling us, like, "I love that. Where did you buy that?" So that's when it kind of like got the idea, like, well, maybe we should start making these on the side and like maybe just sell them on Etsy or something. Nothing wrong with a little extra income, you know? But things got a lot more serious, and all of our cruises have been canceled for the foreseeable future. And so we really, went all in and started making fun face masks and started our own business called Bad Juju Masks. And we've been so fortunate that we have donated almost 200 masks so far to hospitals. We love taking handfuls of masks with us when we go through a drive-through or when we go to Walmart or anything, because we see employees there without them. And we think, well, the only reason they should not be wearing one is if they don't have one. That's our mindset. So we definitely just hand them over and be like, "Hey, donation mask for us." And they're really cute. I would love to show you guys some. Like, we make fun ones like this, Britney Spears one, 6 feet baby, all the time.
Oh, that's
6 feet baby all the time. Or we have this Celine Dion one, which we love. Near, far, stay where you are. We have so many fun ones. People love glitter.
Oh, that's off camera. Before this started, you were telling me about one that you're making right now for one of your friends who is hearing impaired.
Yes. So I had a friend from high school reach out to me, which is so awesome. I love the fact that I am making masks because I have connected with so many people that I have lost connection with. So many people, so many messages of people being like, "I need a mask." And it's amazing to like rekindle these friendships and help each other out, But I had a friend who's hearing impaired ask, saying that she's having trouble with her partner and like when they're talking, because she usually reads his lips. So we started designing this one for her. This is just a test one. This is just like a one that I'll try out to make sure it works. But basically it has a clear plastic middle, so you could put it on and you can still protect yourself from the droplets, but you also can see my mouth still. I can give you a full lip sync for my life through here.
That's awesome. Such a great idea. And that's
Thank
awesome.
you.
Yeah. So, and thank you for the donations. I know so many people need it, and it's just any help anyone can get at the moment is just fantastic. So I'm sure I can speak for everyone watching when I say thank you.
Yes. Oh, my pleasure. And thank you. Thank you for talking about it on Tad Talk, and for Tad and for Terry for purchasing some from me, because I really appreciate it. So thank you guys.
Absolutely. Definitely. Are these, and I don't know, but are these some of the ones that are available on your website?
They're not, but if somebody wants a Tad Talk one, just send me a message. I think Linda had sent me a message and I made her another one. It's not on my website, but if you want one, send me a message. I can make any mask you want. Like, if you think of a design or some random crazy thing you want, I can make it. I can do it.
Exclusive. You heard it here first, folks. Well, thank you so much, Julian. This has been great.
Thank you.
Of course. And now, the illustrious Jose Figueroa.
Ooh, Jose.
Illustrious.
So Jose, I met Jose on a cruise probably around, was it 2 or 3 years ago now? Something like that?
It was 2018, 2 years ago.
Well, I was completely blown away first time I heard Jose's voice. And, his voice like butter.
For real.
Both of you guys do. And, what else can I say about Jose? I mean, we're going to go into a video later and you'll see that. But Jose, why don't you take it from the beginning? How did you get where you are now?
Thank you, first of all. I guess it all started for me when I was 6 years old. I had been attending a church called Van Nest Assembly of God in the Bronx. And I believe it was a Friday night, the worship leader of the church called me up to sing. And at that point, I didn't even know that she knew that I could sing. So it was really, really crazy. But she called me up and she asked me to sing, and I was very, very nervous. But I went up and I grabbed the microphone and I started singing, and it wound up being my most embarrassing moment because I I think I sang 6 words and immediately urinated on myself. So that was fun.
Sounds like the Jose story.
But then the funny part was, so I don't remember it 100%, but I don't think I stopped singing. I think, so the church that we went to had pews, and, the first pew always had that border right in front of it to separate, so I kind of just slid over a little bit and continued singing the song. And when the song was over, I ran off crying because I had just, but I guess that sparked something in me. And it's funny how sometimes, God uses a certain person or a certain thing to open up your eyes to something that you probably wouldn't have been able to open up your eyes to on your own. And I think that's exactly what that was. He used her as a vessel to let me know that this is who you are, and this is what I want you to do for the rest of your life. And had it not started this way, I might not be where I am today. And so for me, I always give glory to God, but that's where it started. And here I am now, all these years later, and I'm still doing it. But the funny part was, I still didn't know that music was going to be a career for me. I wanted to be an English teacher. And because growing up, it would pain me. Not only people who were foreigners who obviously didn't know, to speak English well, but also Americans who didn't really know how to speak English well. It would frustrate me to my core. And I said, you know what? When I get older, I'm going to teach English, both the language and the subject, and maybe I can do my part in helping people, learn better vocabulary and grammar, et cetera, et cetera. And well, clearly that didn't happen. Music kind of took off, and doors continued to open, and opportunities kept presenting themselves, and and I guess the rest is history, because here I am today at 33 years old, and I'm an artist, and it's mind-boggling, because again, it's not something that I thought I'd be doing, but I'm so grateful, and I couldn't see myself doing anything else, really.
Yeah, well, that's awesome. It's crazy how life just throws you in a direction sometimes that you don't expect to go in. But that's, and you mentioned earlier, like giving glory to God and stuff like that. You actually recently became a pastor. Is that right?
Yes. In September of 2019, I was ordained a pastor.
Congratulations. That's awesome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Really cool. And so you have a new single coming out soon. Later. Yes,
I do. So this single is taking forever to be released, but I started working on it in, I want to say, November of last year, and it was supposed to have been released earlier in the year, and things happen, and for whatever reason it couldn't get released, and then COVID happened, and my label is just kind of waiting, I guess, for the best time to release it. But I'm excited about it. It's called Won't Be Denied. I mentioned the label because I just signed to a label last year as well. It's the first time I've ever signed to a label, so I'm really excited about it. But they're kind of like in charge of, I guess, figuring out when things are going to, be released, et cetera, et cetera. So, but I'm excited about it. It's called Won't Be Denied. And I think it's, I'm a gospel artist, so it is a Christian song. And it's basically one of those songs that talks about, you might be going through some things, and you will go through some things, but after all is said and done, you just gotta, continue to give the praise and honor where it's due, and you'll be all right. You will be all right, and no devil in hell will be able to stop the blessings that are supposed to come. So,
oh, nice. That's a great message.
Yeah, I'm excited about it.
When once it's out, you'll have to come back on Tad Talk so we can show it to the world.
Absolutely.
And we just got a comment from again, apologize if I pronounce this wrong, but Milagros Garcia Nieves saying oh, look at that. Did I pronounce it right?
Well, Milagros. Yes, Milagros. But it's fine.
He said Jose is the grammar police.
yes, I am. But she can't talk. They say the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. And well, the way that I explain it is, the tree is here and the apple kind of just slid down, and here I am. So we're like the same person. And yeah,
big person, that she's a really awesome person.
She's amazing.
Oh, that's great. And speaking of your mother, actually, you mentioned that she has her own nonprofit, especially that is very poignant during this whole COVID-19 situation. What is that about?
Yeah, so my mom has a nonprofit organization that she started in 2018, excuse me. So we just celebrated 2 years, which is really exciting. But this nonprofit organization, it's called Overflowing Fountain Outreach Ministries, and it's geared towards the homeless and the less fortunate, specifically here in the community of Kissimmee where we live, because obviously they're easily accessible to us. But yeah, it's geared towards them. And what we do is we provide food, we provide clothing, and much needed love, because in general, homeless people and sometimes less fortunate people, they feel like they've been forgotten. And we kind of just want to go out there and remind them that they haven't been forgotten. And we want to continue to spread the love, that we see them, we know that they're there, and we're willing to do anything that we can to help them. And we want to make sure that they have food, and we want to make sure that they have clothing. So whatever we can possibly do, we want to be able to do it. And that's what this ministry and this organization is all about. It's just continuing to shed the light, first of all, on the growing issue that is homelessness, but then also continuously provide for them, as much as we can. I always say that we are to be the hands of God in our community, in our city, in our country. We're just supposed to be the hands of God. And Christianity, one of the biggest things about it is servanthood, and so we try to do our best to be that.
Well, that's great. That's awesome. And I mean, everyone knows now that the homeless community is the one that really needs it the most at the moment, because what else can they do? They
absolutely.
They don't have much without the added necessity of COVID-19, and then you add that, and it's just got to be tough. So thank you. I mean, both of you are doing so much for the various communities that are being hit by this. So
we're trying our best. We're definitely trying our best. When COVID happened, we realized that we needed to do something to step up and do more, because obviously the homeless do have limited-ish resources that they can access. But when COVID hit, especially towards the beginning, everything kind of shut down. The world was at a standstill. So that meant that all of the limited, resources that they did have or were able to be provided kind of went out the window, so to speak. So, my mom said, well, you know what, because we get donations from different, organizations and whatnot. So what we started doing is, we started to go out every single day, as opposed to, just sometimes or every now and again. We started to go out every single day to provide, to either give them sandwiches and snacks, or, to just talk to them, whatever we could do to remind them that, yes, the world is going through a pandemic, but guess what? You're still not forgotten, and people still love you. We still love you. So it's great.
So you guys are amazing.
Both of you guys.
Oh, my mama.
Both of you guys. Well, if you guys haven't seen Jose do his thing, check out this video. Absolutely incredible. Incredible, Jose.
So good. Can I just say that he is so talented, but also he is such a nice person, and he boosts you up so much. Like, we're on stage together, and he's just like, I love being on stage with you, Jose, and you are so talented. Congratulations on
Stop.
life.
Ew. That's ew.
Jose,
It's so weird, but thank you. And to be honest, I love being on stage with you too. And I told you that the first day that I met you, so we're not even gonna go there.
we'll send both of you each other's Venmo information so you can just
Perfect.
I just want to quickly say that Tad is going to be donating to Overflowing Fountain Outreach Ministries.
Oh, thank you so much.
Of course. And I encourage everybody else watching to do the same. And go
Yes,
on
please.
Julian and Milo's website and buy some masks, because you will get some looks.
Yeah.
Fun fact, and I wish I had it to show, but Julian and Milo actually made 2 masks for my mom and dad for Overflowing Fountain with our purple and everything. So yeah, we're really excited about it.
That's awesome.
Love you guys.
We're all part of a big family here. I love it. Well, right now we are going to go into a section I love that's called "Where in the World is Terry?"
Where in the world is Terry?
Where in the world is Terry?
Like I said at the beginning of this TAD Talk, Terry is in Mexico, probably relaxing by the pool, drunk as a skunk, but we're here.
Oh, no.
We're having the time of our lives on here. So, Dad. So right now, Dad usually puts himself with this virtual background that I changed to him earlier. He changes his background to somewhere in the world, hence the name. But today, I'm going to be changing my virtual background to put myself in a movie. And Jose expressed at the beginning of this TAD Talk that he just knows every movie ever made, right?
That's such a lie. Oh no.
So I think, I love movies, but so I think these movies are pretty easy. I think I gave you some easy ones today, but we'll see.
Right.
Let's see how much you don't know movies. I'm going to start with you, Jose.
Oh, great. Thanks. Let's embarrass me first.
All right. Jose, what movie am I in?
Wow.
And
I'm covering the actor to make.
Yeah, clearly. I haven't.
Jose, come on.
I'm telling you, I'm terrible.
You're on
Oh, I know that lady. I don't know.
Is it Popeye? I'm just kidding.
I haven't the slightest. I told you I'm terrible at this. Oh, I do know this movie. Oh, I'm not going to get it, but I do know this movie.
Red Rum.
I do know the movie. I promise I do. I just don't know the name of the movie, so don't even.
Julian, do you want to help him out?
Yes. The movie is called The Doll.
The Doll?
I'm just kidding. It's called The Shining.
The Shining.
Yes, exactly. Okay, see, I knew that. I'm telling you, I knew that. You guys, don't judge me. I'm terrible at this.
Oh, you're all good. You're all good. Okay. Julian, are you ready?
I'm ready.
See if you can get 2 for 2.
Let's go.
Whatever.
Forrest
Oh,
Gump.
I know.
Oh my God.
Really? You couldn't give me the easy one? Disrespectful. This is sabotage. I see what's happening.
I love it. Julian, you got it in like 0.5 seconds there.
Mm-hmm. Can't sit here.
But you know what? Jose, I believe that you would have gotten that one as well. So I'll give you half a point for that one, all right? Well, that was Where in the World is Terry? Julian obviously knows his movies. I'll say that Jose knows Forrest
Doesn't.
Gump.
Exactly.
Oh, that was great. Well, we're at the part of a show now where I ask a question that my dad asks on every TAD Talk, and I'm going to follow that tradition. And it's a question that I love because we get answers all across the board. Some answers are so heartfelt. Some answers are hilarious. Some answers are serious. But every answer is fantastic. And I'm going to ask Julian first. So for the next hour, you can spend the next hour with any two people, dead or alive, anywhere in the world. Who are you going to spend the next hour with?
If I really had that opportunity, there's two gentlemen that I would love to spend an hour with, and that's my father, who passed away when I was 5 years old, and my father-in-law, who I never got to meet because he passed away when my husband was 9 years old. So there's both of those men I would love to spend an hour with. I would love to get to know my father-in-law and see all the personality traits that, Milo has from him and stuff like that. And just hear all these stories of Milo when he was a little baby. And same, I would love to know what my dad is like now, and for him to know that, like, I've been successful in the arts and that I'm living my dreams and I'm so happy. So I would just love, I'd give anything for 1 hour with those guys.
Oh my gosh, that's such a great answer. And I think I can speak for Jose and everyone watching, and for those of you who are watching who know Milo as well, that both of your fathers would be extremely proud of both of you now.
Thank you. Thank you, Nick.
Yeah, of course. Jose, you have 1 hour, the next hour, with any two people, dead or alive, anywhere in the world. Who are you spending it with?
One person would be my grandmother, who passed away when I was 15 years old from breast cancer. And the other would be my best friend who took her life 2 years ago. Those would be my two choices. My grandmother, because she didn't. I want her to see me today and the man that I became, because she was like my biggest fan growing up. I used to build these Connect sets, and my grandma would be the one to literally just sit there and watch me. She was my biggest fan. And then my best friend, we went to high school together, and we were almost like twins. We kind of looked alike and everything. She has my mom's name, surprisingly. But I would really just want to sit down and talk to her and ask her why she didn't call me at the time that she needed to call me the most, Yeah.
Well, two incredible answers. And you can tell that both of you have two of the biggest hearts that this world has to offer. Mm-hmm. That's what I love about you guys. And there is my dad asks that question every show, and I love it. But since now I'm going to be taking over some of the hosting, I figured that there needs to be a question that I ask every show. And I asked it on my first one on Friday, and I'm going to ask it again today. And I didn't prep you guys for this one because I didn't think I was going to be doing it. So this really is a quick fire question here. Mm-hmm. But tomorrow you're going to get two calls from two famous musical artists, both asking you to be a part of their next song, to collaborate on their next song. Which two artists do you hope are on the end of that phone? Julian, I'm going to start with you.
Well, the Queen of Canada, Miss Celine Dion, of course. I mean, she's the best. She is the best. She's incredible live. She is an amazing person. I love everything Celine Dion. So I would 100% accept your offer, Celine Dion, if you would like to do a duet. And,
she's watching right now as well. So please.
I knew. I saw it pop up on my Facebook. Okay. And for the second person, I would say Sam Smith, because I absolutely love that man's voice. His voice is incredible. I love singing all of his songs. I love the pride he has. He is definitely my favorite artist of like the now times. So one of those two people would love to sing with them.
That's awesome. That's a great answer. Both people are just incredible. Celine is, I've never seen either of them live, but I would love to.
Celine.
Either of them, both incredible.
Jose? Celine's supposed to be coming back to Vegas, so.
Oh, really? That's awesome.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
Let's see. That's tough for me. Jeez, that's so tough. I think one of the artists that I don't know if you guys have seen YouTube. This guy, I think he's Yugoslavian or Czechoslovakian or something like that, but his name is Davies. And he is like an alien. The dude's range is larger than the piano.
Oh my God.
I'm still trying to figure out where it starts and where it ends, because it's like one moment he will be deeper than Barry Manilow, and the next moment he will be, as higher than an opera singer. Like it's mind blowing, his voice. Yeah. And so if you guys have never seen him, his name is Dimash. I think his last name is Kudai Bergen, whatever. Look him up. He is.
You got that.
Stupid, crazy, talented. And then, because I'm a gospel artist, my gospel choice would probably, that's really tough too, but I think it would be Kim Burrell.
Okay. I've heard, that one I have heard of.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, she's another like beast.
We may need you, Jose, to go into the comment section after this and comment that name so we can look, everyone can look him up.
Absolutely.
He's unreal. He's an alien. It's true.
Oh, you know him as well, yeah?
Oh, yeah. He's like YouTube famous. He is.
It doesn't make any sense. Like Julian's voice is like really, really high. And that's one of the things that I admire about him, because I can't do none of that. But this dude is just, it's like he surpasses a normal female's vocal range. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, his vocal cords are not of this earth. Yeah.
At all. No.
Well, it looks like my YouTube knowledge is as broad as Jose's movie knowledge, so get a little better at that, get on top of that a little bit. But this has been an absolutely awesome show. Thank you guys both for being on this. Have you had a good time?
Oh, yeah. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Of
course. Again, please go and check out Overflowing Fountain Outreach Ministries. Please donate if you can. They're doing incredible things right now. And also, we've posted the link for the website for the masks for Julian and Milo. They are absolutely talented in music and in this. So please go check those out. Get some. We definitely need them right now. So go do that. And definitely check out both of these guys on YouTube. Check them out when we are able to go back out on cruises and in theaters. Please watch out for both of these names. Sometimes you'll see them in December 63 together as well. Imagine these two talents on the same stage together. Believe me, it happens and you'll be blown away. So when you do see their name on a billboard, do not miss it, because you will be blown away by both or either of them. So go check that out. We'll be back tomorrow with another incredible TAD Talk, so please don't miss it. And I was going to say 11 o'clock sharp, but I know everyone's watching from different places and joining from different places. So whatever time it is, wherever you are, 11 in Arizona. And we'll see you guys later. Jose and Julian, thank you guys so much, and stay safe, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Take care.